All right, good afternoon, folks. Will Casterlow here, CEO and your IT and cybersecurity trusted advisor. Hey, we got a good one here, folks. This is the last one, the last week of this month for the month of November of our series, excuse me, for CPAs being safe during the holiday season. Okay, now today we're talking about how we're planning for an incident response. Planning to make sure you have an incident response plan. Folks, very, very important. Okay, very important. But before we get started and jump in there, we're going to do kind of a little recap of a couple of weeks of what we've been doing, talking about preventive measures. Keeping your business safe during the holidays is very imperative. Okay, again, don't just go out and have fun with your family and friends and then leave your business processes behind. You have a duty and a due diligence to make sure that when you come back in your office, that everything is safe and sound. And the only way to make sure that happens, excuse me, is to make sure that these processes have been fine-tuned. You have someone like us working on your systems even while you're gone, okay? And the main thing here is making sure password management is still going on. The updates to security patches and updates is very, very imperative. Very imperative, okay? We want to make sure that we can monitor anything trying to get into your network. The hackers, the attackers work the most when you're not in your office. When your PC, your workstation, your laptop, your computers, your tablets, your printers, when those things are not in use, and especially on the weekends, that's when when a lot of your cyber attacks happen the most. Okay. So we want to make sure we tie those things, making sure we have principal core values in place and doing your due diligence, people. I'm telling you, as your trusted advisor, you must have these things in place. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and dive in. So as we're talking about cyber threats continue to rise, a strong incident response plan is greatly needed. And what that incident response plan is looking like is knowing how to exactly respond when something does happen. Not if, but when. Okay? So it will happen, but you want to make sure you have a plan of action of what happens if you come back into your office after the weekend, you start your PC up, and now you have a message, you get the blue screen of death, or you have where you see your documents and when you click on them, they don't open. What do? You don't just start looking through the yellow pages to try to find a technician. You need to already have one. You need to have a trusted advisor like ourselves to be able to make sure these things have been implemented and we have the necessary precautions in place. Okay. All right. What is an incident response plan? Okay. And again, when I said that before, I was just talking about it. When you have information and systems in place, again, the bottom line is this. You may not know exactly what's going on or exactly what's being taken place, but being a trusted advisor for us, we don't take note of that. We don't take that lightly. And the thing we want to do is we're your trusted advisor. So we're going to advise you, hey, we need to do X, Y, Z. So don't worry. We're going to make sure these things are implemented. Okay. You got to make sure those things are implemented. If not, that's where you come to fault. And when you have the IRS or the FTC come knocking on your door and they're looking like, hey, do you have these things in place? Because it looks like you were hit. Well, you don't have those in place. So having an IR, which is incident response or is just a regular incident response plan, can only help you, not go against you. Now, some people may sit there and ask, well, do I really need an incident response plan? I'm only a 1 or 2 person CPA firm or an enrolled agent. There's only two of us, and we're working off of a server or a PC that's sitting here sharing, which I don't understand what that means, but we're working off a PC that has QuickBooks and tax software. You folks absolutely need to make sure you are covered. Okay. The incident response plan not only covers small to medium-sized businesses, it helps everybody. Okay. And not having a incident response plan in place creates false hopes, shows that you're negligent, and it shows that you do not care about your business. Excuse me. So if you don't know, if you have an incident response plan, give us a call. Okay? We can help you with that. Now, the incident response life cycle. I was showing here, we're making sure we're doing preparation. Then we detect, do some analyzation, as well as while we're doing some recovery, and then we're looking at after the fact of the attack. The incident response is more about making sure we have things in place to get everything back up and running in a short amount of time if that happens, right? So our proper look at this thing is we would love to make sure we have things in place where this lowers the chance of something happening, right? We want to make sure that you are knowledgeable and say, you know what? I have the company Triad Cyber Solutions. They're over here making sure all of our bells and whistles are done. You know, at first we had nothing in place, but Will and his team, they came right on in and they put the best practices at bay for us to make sure we had an incident response. We are being proactive instead of reactive. And then we have a plan developed to make sure our incident response plan comes through. Our training is going to be implemented properly, and we're prioritizing all of the things that we need to do to make sure this happens correctly. All right. Now, why internal advisors are key to effective incident response? Well, I tell you, having specialized knowledge and skill sets, you don't get this from regular IT guys. That's why we say things have changed. Normal IT guys do not understand the risk. They don't understand your risk. They don't understand your compliance. They don't understand the regulations, the regulatory regulations that you must follow. And again, this can be up to a $10,000 fine per occurrence that you are not in compliance. Do you have a regularly updated WISP report? I say updated. You may say, oh yeah, we got a WISP report, but when was it done? The WISP report was probably done 2 years ago when it first came out. Well, guess what? Your WISP report is no longer valid. It's obsolete. Why? Because things change. If your current IT person or your company is not updating your processes properly the way that they need to, you are going to be in a serious world of trouble, and the IRS is going to see right past that. And they're going to basically say, nope, you're not being proactive enough. You don't have an incident response plan. You don't take this serious, and they're going to start going down the line and docking you. Okay? We want to make sure we put the industry's best practices at bay to make sure we're leveraging all of everything that you have going on. Okay? With the optimization, we're tailoring to making sure all the response strategies for your organizational needs are being met. Period. Okay? So again, when we're talking about incident response, again, is about how your processes are set up when you do get hit. Folks, you're going to get hit. Please do not take this lightly. Please do not look at, we have Norton. Oh, we got Sentinel-1, right? We got a firewall and a SOC. We put a SIEM together. Don't take that lightly, because do you even understand what you're talking about? Do the people you have in place even understand the logistics? Do they understand your risk factor? And I say this, Do not put the risk of your business in the hands of someone who just does this on the side. Yes, you're saving money, but you're going to be paying a lot more money because they're not doing it correctly, or they're going to be missing stuff, missing steps. You'll be missing all types of things that you need to know. You need to find a trusted IT and cybersecurity advisor who understands cybersecurity for your business. We aid and help all CPAs, accountants, and road agents. We specialize in working with you all to make sure that you have everything from A to Z lined out. Okay? I want to give you a little quick nugget. We are actually having a live show. It's going to be a live lunch and learn. Here's a spoiler. A live lunch and learn January 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we're going to have a live lunch and learn where we're talking about 2025 and how to keep you all, CPAs, and your business safe. You don't want to miss that because tax season, that is the perfect time, because right before tax season starts, you get one more shot. You get one more shot to make sure that all your processes are in place and you are set up. Don't start the tax year with going in halfway thinking everything is good, and then boom, now you got a bigger problem. Now, right when you're starting to get tax season started, now you got to refine your processes, redo your system, do that stuff before. We are here to help you. Here's our information here on the screen. If you have any questions, please, let's hop on a 15-minute call. I love to discuss and get to know you. You get to know me. I love to find out what your pains are, what is bothering you about your business, and what you would like to see different. Is it your current IT person who, you know what, you're good friends and you like them or you love them, but you just don't want to hurt their feelings? We can work with them. We don't have to key them out. They can continue to work on the IT piece. We can just work on all the cybersecurity piece. Now, do we prefer to work like that and like that? It doesn't matter. We're here for you. We want to make sure that your CPA and your firm is standing tall. Whether you have 1 and 2 employees or 50 employees, we are here to help you. You may have a current IT company that you're just sick of. You despise them. You don't even want to be. You don't want them to be around. But they have your systems covered. Well, listen. I have something even better for you. I'm going to throw this at you. I am offering a free cybersecurity risk assessment. A free cybersecurity risk assessment. If we run that cybersecurity risk assessment and we do not find any vulnerabilities within your organization, 1, you won't have to pay for it. It'll be free. 2, I will donate $250 to your choice of organization, to your nonprofit organization. And 3, you'll have a report of a full comprehensive report on your business from A to Z that you didn't have to pay for. And now you can utilize that to also help streamline your processes. We can test your current IT company if you don't like them. And I know there's some of you out there that do not like your current IT person or your company, but we're here. It's a new year. It's coming to the end. This is the perfect time to come in. Let us, let us observe and evaluate your processes. Evaluate your processes, and let's get that going. But the only way that we can see what's going on in your network, the only way is to run a cybersecurity risk assessment. You may say, now, what is a cybersecurity risk assessment? For us, it's an A to Z laid out foundation of your business that tells us how you manage your data, how you manage your personal company, your personal records, how you manage your finances, how you manage your passwords, it tells us what types of security you have in place. Do you have MFA in place? Do you have data encryption in place? Do you have secure policy filters and things in your email? The whole 9 yards. I can keep going, right? There's so many things to list. But this is the reason why that very first appointment that we make, we get a chance, I get some information from you to decide if this is going to be a great fit or not. Okay? But folks, I'm here for you. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to hear from you. Don't forget, January the 20th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., we will have all this information signed up. We're doing all our landing pages and stuff. All that stuff will be out there very soon where you can sign up. The fee, the amount for the conference, for the Lunch and Learn, it's going to be a Lunch and Learn series from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll get started at 11 o'clock sharp. We will have lunch provided. Lunch will be provided, folks. Okay? Lunch will be provided, and the fee is $97. $97. We will offer a early bird special for anyone that signs up between now and then. And I apologize, folks. I will get that link up here scheduled and ready to go by tomorrow. By tomorrow, we will have that link where people can start signing up. So from 11 to 1, lunch will be provided. We're going to be talking about how you want to stay safe before you start getting busy during the tax season. Okay? Well, this is our last week here for November. We'll be back again in December, excuse me, after the holidays. Listen, folks, here's our information here. We are here for you. We will just be closed only on Thanksgiving. However, we will have our tech support staff here in the office, excuse me, working for you to make sure all your processes are safe and sound. Okay? So no Lunch and Learn series next week at all. We will just continue to do what we need to do for now. And other than that, happy Thanksgiving to you, for you and all your folks and all your family. And I hope you have a great time during the holiday season. And we'll see you back here in about 2 weeks. Okay? Thank you very much.